Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist, and today I'm talking about Ratatouille, a movie about rat infestations and how we're supposed to cope with it. If you got rodents, just teach them how to cook. No, no phone. Stop. Stop it, phone. I think we're good. Look at my strawberries. Just move those. Just teach them how to cook. It's simple. Seriously, only Disney and Pixar can make a movie about this subject so good. You did it again, guys. Home run. Do yourself a favor and don't skip this film because you don't believe it'll be good as the other Pixar flicks. It just goes to show that you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. That's the theme of this movie. It's not a bad review. Again, I don't say too much about the film. I think back then I just didn't want to spoil anything. Like, really didn't want to spoil anything. Like, anything. And I usually keep them spoiler free. And I spoil the fuck out of everything on my YouTube because I don't care. It's a French dish, ratatouille. Yep, yep, yep. It's the eighth film by Pixar. Um, yeah, this is, yeah, that's the one. Our main character is Remy. He's a rat. He has an insanely hyper sense like of smell, um, so that he becomes the group's poison checker because his dad's like the leader of the rats, the leader of their rat gang. He gets separated after he fucks everything up, um, and they leave. They get separated. He has to go do his own thing. He finds himself at a Gusto's restaurant. Um, Auguste, Auguste Gusteau, whose first and last names are anagrams of each other. France's most famous chef who died of a broken heart following a negative review by Anton Ego. Um, really? Many reviewers believe that Gusteau was inspired by real life chef Bernard Loiseau. Loiseau? 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 I don't know how you say it. Who committed suicide after media speculation that his flagship restaurant, La Côte d'Or, was going to be downgraded from 3 Michelin stars to 2. That sounds about right. And Patton Oswalt voices Remy. Fucking love Patton Oswalt. I love him so much. I love Patton Oswalt so much. Um, I guess director Brad Bird chose him after hearing his food-related comedy routine. And Brad Bird directed this one too. He directed Iron Giant, which I didn't watch when it came out. We'll talk about that another time. What else did he do? Um, yeah, he did The Incredibles. I was about to say what? I was like, Incredibles came afterwards, but no, he's just right here. He's the director and the writer and the screenplay, everything. What did he do after that? Is that so? It's those two. The Incredibles 2, of course. He's not. What is he not doing anymore for a while? Okay. I love Brad Bird. I love Brad Bird so much. I love Brad Bird so much. Um. Oh, so he finds himself at Gusto's restaurant. He loves cooking, like has a passion for it. Doesn't isn't able to cook until he like sneaks into the restaurant. He falls into the restaurant. It's like shit. I gotta get the fuck out of here before they kill me. A rat does not belong in a restaurant. He's a smart rat. His dad's name is Django. We never hear Remy's dad's name ever. His name is Django, like Django Unchained, voiced by Brian Dennehy. Um, Emil is Remy's portly younger brother, voiced by Peterson. What else did he do? He was in the Iron Giant as well. He didn't do a voice role. He did some voices in Incredibles. He did Emil. He did Squishy in Monsters University. Forrest Woodbush and Good Dinosaur. He voiced Genki Lee. Oh, his dialogue was cut though in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Wow. He does really good as Emil, and that's a really big role for someone that doesn't usually. And that's his first voice role. His first like main voice. That's crazy. I'm getting off track. Lou Romano is Alfredo Linguini. Lou Romano, he's an animator. He voiced Snot Rod in Cars. Bernie Krop in The Incredibles. I don't know who Bernie Krop is. Did he do anything after Linguini? This is crazy. They have a lot of people that are like, hey, we're gonna just have you do this. Ian Holm is Jonah Robert Skinner. His name is Jonah Robert Skinner. They just call him Skinner. Skinner's behavior, diminutive size, and body language was loosely based on Luis de Funes. Wow. Yeah, I'm getting off track. Peter O'Toole's Anton Ego. Peter O'Toole is Brad Garrett is Auguste Gusteau. Really does a really good job. Does a really fucking good job with his French accent. Janine Garofalo does Colette. I didn't know Janine Garofalo was voiced Colette. She's inspired by French chef Helene Doros. I don't know. Man, I'm fucking these names up. Will Arnett is Horst, Skinner's German sous chef. I killed a man with this thumb. That's Will Arnett. Julius Callahan. James Remar's in this fucking movie. I fucking love James Remar and I had no idea. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. He voiced him? James Remar voiced him? This guy, this fucking guy. Right, where the fuck am I? That fucking guy. That's fucking crazy. That is insane. LaRusse? John Ratzenberger's Mustafa. John Ratzenberger's in everything. Who is Mustafa? I gotta look this up real quick. I know I'm not really talking about the movie, but he's the waiter. Holy shit. Teddy Newton. Tony Fusil. Jake Steinfeld as Git. Brad Bird is Ambrister Minion, Ego's butler. That's cool. Thomas Keller as the restaurateur, as a dining who asks what's new in the language version. Okay, cool. And Bon Voyage makes a cameo appearance from Incredibles, the villain. Just straight up, he's just doing his mime shit. Ratatouille in Incredibles confirmed in the same universe. Pixar theory. What? Anyway, he lands there. He starts making a dish. And Linguini fucks it up. That's what happens. Linguini's fucking it up. He's the garbage boy. And he's like, anyone can cook. And here we go. This completely contradicts myself. It just goes to show that you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. That's the theme of the movie. The theme is not you can do anything if you put your mind to it. It's sometimes you can't do things. Here's the harsh reality of life. You're not going to be good at everything. There are some things you're just not good at. That's it. That's it right there, and that's okay. Linguini fucks up the dish. Right before he fucks up the dish, he creates this ghost of Gusteau in his mind. So he shows up. He's like his conscience basically, and he directs him towards life. Directs him on the right path. because this is his first time being alone, and it's like trauma, so it's like it's fucking crazy. And Gusto's like, who's that person? Who's that? So he starts naming everybody. That's their position. That's their position. Yeah. Oh, that's the sous chef. That's the big one right there. That's the that. Oh my god, it's just going on and on and on. And then who's that? Oh, that's the I don't this whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know the French word. I forget. But he's the garbage boy. He's not important. He's like, no, 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 no. Everybody's important. And he's like, and remember what my book says: anybody can cook. Remember what I've always said: anybody can cook. He's like, yeah, anybody can. Doesn't mean that everybody should. And I was like, and like that's at the beginning. It seems like wow, Remy's kind of a dickhead. But you keep going. Jesus, my fucking cat. Um, as you keep going with the film, so I'm not gonna talk about the entire film. He the dish is fucked up. He goes down there, he fixes it himself, and then they form a kinship because he catches him and he's gonna kill him or throw him in the water or some shit. And then he's like, and then he's responding to him. He's like, wait a minute, you're responding to me. Like you can understand me, and you're, wow, okay. He's like, well, maybe you can teach me how to cook. And then he has them in his hat, so then he can like, okay, you're gonna smell this one, that's good. This one's this good. And we're gonna recreate what we did, what you did. And then he fucking pulls on his hair in a way that jerks him. Like he can fucking control me. If we train, he can take control of my entire body. He's basically a human mech piloted by this rat. What a fucking film. Insane. Partway through the film, Emil shows up. We found you, and he's like, "Yeah, we're over here now. Why don't you come back? Dad's gonna be great." He's like, "I kind of have a job now, and I'm on my own." So he's like, "Well, you gotta go. You gotta go visit at least." So he visits. His dad's like, happy to have you back. He's like, okay, I'll visit often. And he's like, visit? And he's like, yeah, 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 I'll visit. You didn't think I was gonna be there forever. One day a bird's got to leave the nest. We're not birds, we're rats. He's like, what the fuck is your problem? And they kind of butt heads a little bit. Remy is very intelligent, but he's also very like he's a son. He's like, I don't want to go toe to toe with my dad. But this dude, like, he doesn't get it. So his dad's like, come on, like we're gonna learn what humans really are. I'm gonna teach you. So they go to this restaurant, this storefront where dead rats are hanging in the window to show this is where we kill. This is pest control, basically. This is where you can come for all your pest needs. Got to get rid of your pests. And he's like, "That take a good look." And it's such a harsh scene. It's like, take a good long look, Remy. This is what they think of us. We are nothing but this. And it's like this, they're gonna kill us. And he walks away, and then he's like, "No." And he's like, what do you mean no?" He's like, "No, I don't believe it. This can't be can't be what it all is." And he's like, "This is nature. You can't change nature." And his son's like, "Change is nature, Dad. The part that we can influence." And he walks away. Dad's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, with hope forward. It's a very, very moving scene, and it's Pixar is so good. It's why they're one of the best. It's why Disney bought them, because they realized, holy shit, these people are fucking smart as hell, very intelligent. We can't let these guys go because they'll make us look really bad. At least if we buy them and they start getting in the money and the reviews and everything, our movies, our mainline Walt Disney movies, can look like shit compared to this. At least we're still getting, some return on our investment. So, it later on, Remy decides I'm gonna prove my dad wrong by walking in the streets, like Hey everybody, how you doing? Spider-Man 3 walk. Hey, hey. And then they try to kill him, like, ew, fucking filthy rat. And he's just like, oh my god, like what's the point of living if I'm just gonna be treated like this? So many layers to this film. But that's the whole point. And like Linguini is shitty at cooking. It's revealed that Alfredo, spoiler alert, it's revealed that Alfredo Linguini, such a funny name, is the son of the late famous chef Auguste Gusteau. Yup, he's just sent there to be a garbage boy. At the beginning of the film, he's new to the establishment as well, and he's just trying to just prove himself. And then he fucking he starts becoming this really hotshot cook because of Remy, and it's look, look. The reason why I stated in my review, do yourself a favor and don't skip this film because you don't believe it'll be good as the other Pixar flicks. The reason why I said that is because I thought that. I was like, the fuck is this? These people have lost their goddamn the balls on this studio. So they make Toy Story. They make A Bug's Life. Both solid films. Toy Story, I mean, goes without saying, but A Bug's Life I think is very underrated. When you talk about it now, like some people like, my age group are like, yeah, Bug's Life, fucking sick, yeah, but it gets overlooked by Toy Story, and it's sandwiched between Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, which I also think is kind of a little underrated. Toy Story 2 is like, but then you really start thinking about it, and you're like, oh wait, that was a damn good sequel. Woody's Roundup, holy shit. And then comes Monsters Inc., banger, Finding Nemo, godly, The Incredibles, whoa, and then Cars, which a lot of people shit on. I saw that one in theaters, and I was like, yeah, it looks goofy. My nephew fucking loved that. My oldest nephew, loved that film. He was crazy about it. This kid was born in 2002, so he was 4. He was 4 years old when that shit came out. Wow, that's fucking crazy. We go and see it, and I was like, it looks goofy, but then I had fun with it, and I was like, man, Pixar is insane. Pixar is really insane. And then Ratatouille, the trailer dropped for that, and I was like, these guys are out of their fucking minds. Who's gonna watch this shit? Cars can talk now. Oh, we're in this world of talking cars. Okay, sure. Okay, whatever. A rat can cook. That's what you're reaching for. And then I watched it, and I'm like, this is one of the best. This is one of their best films. It's pretty high up on my ranking. God, Ratatouille. I mean, this was like, so Monsters Inc. was a turning point because it was Toy Story, Bug's Life, Toy Story 2. Monsters Inc. was a turning point to be like, we can do more than just Toy Story. We're not going to just keep doing sequels. Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles. Here's our superhero movie. Cars is, and then Ratatouille. Like, and then after that, it was just like, it was still pretty fucking crazy with all these other movies. There's some that I get down here, I'm like, oh. I have my thoughts. A lot of people, especially like of my age group, are like, these new Pixar films ain't shit. I'm like, really? Well, Coco's good. There's more than Coco, bro. It's crazy. Those are my thoughts on Ratatouille, though. It's such a great film. I still can't believe James Remar's in this. How did I never knew that. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching, and take care.